Welcome back to the Con Guy Comic-Con Prep Show. It's the biggest pop cultural extravaganza to hit Los Angeles this year. What are we talking about? We're talking about LA Comic-Con. And this week, some of the folks who helped put it on are here to tell us what we can expect. Plus, Batman Day was this past weekend. How did you guys celebrate? We had a lot of fun. We're going to tell you all about it. Plus, we have some news to share with you. Check it out.
Welcome to Popcorn Talk, featuring movie discussion, news, and interviews. Popcorn Talk. We talk movies. And now, here's Popcorn Talk's The Con Guy Comic-Con Prep Show.
Welcome back to the Con Guy Comic-Con Prep Show. We are so glad that you guys are here. It's been a few weeks since we've been with you guys. We've been doing a lot of the Scare Guy recently because we're heading into the Halloween season. My name is Jim. I am the managing editor here at the Con Guy Comic-Con Prep Show. We have a great group of guests today.
Hi everyone, I'm Katie Christine. I do social media for the Con Guy and Scare Guy, and also I'm a host here at AfterBuzz.
Hi, my name is Amanda Yolen. I am the manager of operations for LA Comic-Con.
Hi, I'm Sheldon Price, and I'm a production coordinator for LA Comic-Con.
To keep the applause going, because she's been on the couch here with theconguy.com.
He wants the applause. And in the booth, we have Ryan Nilsson, our engineer and producer extraordinaire. Thank you, Ryan, for keeping us on every week.
Are you eating Cheez-Its?
I am eating a box of mixed Cheez-Its. It's a snack mix, and I just got it from the 7-Eleven across the street. God bless America.
God bless America. Ryan, we are
Sponsor us, Cheez-Its.
We are so glad that Ryan is here this week. Ryan is here every week, and he does such a great job. Did you hear that, Ryan? We appreciate you.
I appreciate you guys. And you know what? I'm really excited to hear more about LA Comic-Con, because when we went to San Diego Comic-Con this year, right before that's where we met Amanda, and we saw her there, and all we were talking about was how excited we were for the next Comic-Con.
I know.
It's here.
You are right. When we were down in San Diego, we kept on talking about we could not wait for LA Comic-Con. So are you guys excited?
We're so
beyond
excited.
Yeah. It's going to be the biggest show we've ever had, and I think a lot of stuff is lining up, and we're really excited. We've got some really cool things to tell people about.
And when you say the biggest show you've ever had, that's saying a lot, because last year you guys broke the magic number. I mean, you may have done it before, but you up to 106,000.
Yeah, 106,000.
I mean, you're now one of the most major Comic-Cons in the country.
Yeah.
I think so. And
you're not very old at all.
No, this is our 9th show. It's our 9th year in LA Comic-Con.
It's only 9 years?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember back in the early days, and it was a fun Comic-Con, but it was a little bit small. It was never tiny, because it was never tiny, but you were starting for, I guess, humble beginnings, if you want to call it, but man, you guys have grown fast.
We try really hard to maintain the family show atmosphere while still being a big, awesome, amazing convention.
Yeah. And I mean, for us that live here in Southern California, it's always one of my favorite shows to go to. Katie, I know that you...
No hotel required for us for this.
It's true, it's an easy drive.
But there's plenty of hotels downtown.
There absolutely are.
At the convention center. I mean, for those who do require a hotel, and there's plenty of parking options, there's plenty of everything. LA is a giant area, and it's cool to have a homegrown Comic-Con all to ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
We don't always have to drive down
And the
the road to
area's
San
really
Diego.
grown around there, too, where there's lots of cool little restaurants and bars now.
Yeah.
That's continued to expand and will continue as well.
A lot of construction down there right now.
Yeah,
It's growing.
I think about LA, I mean, every time you look at the skyline, half the skyline is just construction cranes. It's just every time you look, it's throwing up another skyscraper, another hotel.
Pretty soon it'll be Gotham without the crime.
It is Gotham. I don't know about that without the crime. This is LA.
Or without the big villains.
All right.
It's iconic.
Thank you guys so much for coming on tonight. We can't wait to hear more about it. So this is what we're talking about tonight. First, we're going to go over a little bit of news that's been happening. We're going to review Batman Day, and we have a couple of videos to share with you from our adventures at Black Cat Comics down in beautiful downtown Burbank, as Johnny Carson and Jay Leno used to call it. And then it's all LA Comic-Con. So, Ryan, we actually are going to have Katie do the 3 geekiest minutes of news of the week.
Oh my goodness! Well, guess what? I am all set with your 3-minute timer.
All right.
So as soon as you begin,
You'll just start it?
how about this? I'll count you in.
Okay, sounds
And
good.
we gave her some pretty gnarly names to have to pronounce this week. So
Really?
Let's see if
Good
she
luck,
can do it.
Katie.
Yeah.
All right, so here
luck.
we go. You are starting your timer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Dean DeBlaw, the filmmaker who wrapped up his celebrated How to Train Your Dragon trilogy earlier this year, has found his first post-dragon project. After going big with dragons in animation, the filmmaker is going small and live action with Micronauts,
Love Micronauts!
Paramount's take on the Hasbro toy line. DeBlaw will tackle tackle writing duties and will direct. Well, Micronauts were action figures made in the late 1970s by now defunct Mego-based.
It's a Mego-based.
Okay, Mego-based on a line by a Japanese toy company. The toys were a big seller for a time, and a Marvel Comics comic followed, which helped establish a storyline for the line.
I had my subscription.
Yeah. June 4th, 2021 is the release date. In Batman news, Jonah Hill is in early talks to play one of the Dark Knight's signature villains in Matt Reeves' The Batman. Robert Pattinson is headlining the latest take on the popular DC Comics character, with Jeffrey Wright in talks to play Batman ally Commissioner Gordon.
Announced today. That was cool.
The project is being described as having a grounded take on the Caped Crusader and will feature many of Batman's villains. The talks with Hill are an early and sensitive stage, not because of deal making, but because the two sides can't decide which character Hill will play.
King Tut.
According to the sources, the Penguin and the Riddler are two characters that are in the conversation. In Battlestar Galactica, the franchise that's given generations of sci-fi fans reasons to mistrust Cylons, is getting another refresh, this time from Mr. Robot creator Sam Esmail, while Ron Moore's version gave Glenn A. Larson's 70s series a critically acclaimed facelift. Esmail will similarly keep the world of 12 colonies fresh and modern. That said, the iteration of Battlestar will tell a story within the narrative universe that Moore created. No word yet, of course, on whether we can expect to see any familiar faces in the new series. The new Battlestar Galactica will be part of Peacock, the new streaming service that will be launching from Comcast Universal.
Super stoked about that.
Superman news, which I was actually really excited about this. Arrowverse just had added another Superman. Tom Welling, who first played Clark Kent back in 2001 in the WB series Smallville, will return to reprise his role as the Man of Steel in the Crisis on Infinite Earths, the crossover event, which will air across 5 shows this December. Welling played Clark Kent for 10 years on Smallville. And they also revealed that Brandon Routh, which was already announced earlier, will play Superman again for the first time since Superman Returns. And then the animated series legend Kevin Conroy as an older version of Bruce Wayne. So lots of news on that. I'm sure there's more to come.
Yep.
Lastly, Game of Thrones did not sweep at the Emmys, but it did still win 2 awards, including Outstanding Drama Series, and Peter Dinklage got Outstanding Supporting Actor. So that's some.
They didn't
pretty
get tallest
cool
and
stuff.
shortest actor.
Yes. Congratulations, Katie. Just to touch on those things, it is very cool. The Arrowverse crossover thing is just huge this year, and also Burt Ward's going to be in there as well as part of that. He's going to be reprising an older version of Batman, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to comment one real quick on Brandon
of
Routh.
Robin, I'm sorry. Yeah.
For Brandon Routh, first of all, San Diego Comic-Con was really my first Comic-Con experience. However, I did go to Philly Comic-Con 1 year back when I lived in Philly, and the one person I met, the one person I went and got a photo with was Brandon Routh.
Nice.
He was the nicest guy. He talked to me for 20 minutes. The dude was so cool and really kind. I'm all about Brandon Routh. I cannot wait. I thought he was dealt kind of a bad hand with that one movie. I wish we got to see him a few more times, so I cannot wait to see him again.
It's also interesting because he also already played a character in the DC world of the TV shows.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So
He's in
that's going to
Legends
be
of Tomorrow.
interesting to see what happens, because it's like, okay, so is he still going to be, are they going to mention that, or is it, because I know everybody's kind of playing some different parts and stuff in this
And
one. So.
from what we understand, Greg Berlanti, this is the final year of Arrow, so they
Yes,
were really
correct.
swinging for the fences with this crossover event. And so they're bringing Burt Ward, like we just said, from the old 1960s Batman or Robin series is going to be part of it.
On your shirt.
Oh yeah, that's the whole reason I wore this shirt.
That
today.
guy on his shirt.
Where'd he go? Oh, he's up here.
Yeah.
He's gonna.
Right on your heart.
What am I wearing? No, who are you wearing, Jim? I'm wearing Batman.
She could have done half the thing just by looking at your shirt.
I know.
Pointing to
But
that.
we put Katie through it tonight. There were a lot of names, but here's why I'm super excited about some of this news. Battlestar Galactica, one of my all-time favorite sci-fi series, the Ron Moore version. The thing that was cool is we heard that there was another version of Battlestar coming to the Peacock, which is the streaming service. But everybody was like, oh, they're rebooting Battlestar again, but it's going to be kind of based on Ron Moore's. They're not rebooting it. It's a continuation of the Battlestar Galactica series, but from in a different part of the Battlestar Galactica universe. Super great, and the talk is that they might have some of the characters that are going to be coming on. So anyways, and then lastly, she mentioned Micronauts. You so many kids kind of get. I collected the Micronauts toys as a kid. I got the comic books. That makes me so happy. And I remember I read one of the letters at the back of the book when I was a little kid, way back in the is that like early 80s, late 70s? I'm old. They actually were talking about the Micronauts movie back then, so I'm super excited. It was with J.J. Abrams' company for a while, but they have since moved on. Anyways, great news this week. Good job,
And
Katie.
Brad gave us a little more Superman news.
Oh, wait.
As well, with Lois Lane and Lex Luthor.
Oh, okay, this I can safely read this on air.
Yeah.
Erica Durance is returning as Lois Lane, and Michael Rosenbaum is in negotiations to return as Lex Luthor, too. Wow.
That's exciting.
That would be awesome.
This is like the most ultimate crossover event they've ever done. This is huge. Thank you, Brad, for that.
You said this could be the end of the year of the geek stuff before, but they're going big. Just
yeah.
Well,
it's going to grow beyond. But we've had this conversation where
great.
They really are.
It's just a big year of just fandoms.
We've been talking.
Things.
I keep on saying I think this is the end game of geekdom. I don't think it's ever going to go away. I just think we might take a breather after this, because what's the next big thing? But
I mean, Endgame ended, Game of Thrones ended, Spider-Man might not be in Marvelverse.
All the spin-offs coming.
Star Wars,
Star Wars.
It's all coming to a head.
Arrow. So Supernatural. Oh, so sad.
It's a new world.
Did you see Jared Palecki's new show?
Well, yeah, I saw that.
Walker, Texas
that,
Ranger.
I'm all for it. All for it.
I didn't want to hear any news about Jared.
I know.
Until
not yet.
It's
So Jared's new show without his brother. So all right. So our next section, I'm gonna go over this since I'm gonna give you a breather here. So we do have a few different Comic-Cons that are coming up. September 13th. This is our bulletin board. September 13th through 15th, Rose City Comic-Con, and that's in the past.
Yep.
That was a great Comic-Con.
Here it was.
October 3 through 6, New York Comic-Con at the Javits Center and Madison Square Garden. New York and LA are kind of right here neck and neck.
We are.
As you know what, the two biggest cities in the country, so be it. October 4th through the 6th, and it's the Alabama Fanticon in Dothan, Alabama. October 11th through 13th, LA Comic-Con. Some of us are going to be there. Most of us are going to be there.
I think all of us will be there.
Yep, and then October 18th through 20th, Santa Fe Comic-Con in Buffalo Thunder Resort and Casino. Buffalo Thunder Resort and Casino. That sounds great. So there's a lot of Comic-Cons coming up. I kind of think about the year as it starts with out here for us in California. WonderCon kind of starts the year. WonderCon in Long Beach. In the middle of the year, of course, we have San Diego Comic-Con, and this is kind of the big giant end of the year is LA Comic-Con. So it's a great way. It doesn't mean that there's not other cons that are happening, but these are the big ones. These are the ones that we all kind of look forward to. So we are very much looking forward to that. All right, this past Saturday was Batman Day, and we have a couple of videos here, just to share with you. Just to let you know, we had a lot more videos, but I figured out a couple hours into the video shoot that I forgot to turn the sound on the microphone.
There's a little switch.
Luke shows up and goes, "Jim, did you push the button?" I'm like, "Doggone it!" Oh, I did a homer there. Anyway, so we were down at Black Cat.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, for those who don't know, this was Batman Day. It was an international holiday. Here in LA, it was a big celebration. All the comic book stores were in on it. They even had the bat signals shining on the side of City Hall downtown. They also had it over in New York, aka Gotham. And they had it in London. They had it all around the world, and it was really cool. Batman specials, comic specials. I've got my Batman comic book special. LA Comic-Con on the bag, I might say. So that's kind of...
Crime was at an all-time low that particular day.
Yeah. And Cheeseman himself was one of the crime fighters. All right. So here is our very first video from Black Cat Comics Batman. I think this is it. We'll keep talking. But
it's up there.
Okay, cool.
He's working on it.
Jim with theconguy.com. I'm here with Kyle down here at Black Cat Comics in Burbank, California. Kyle, how you doing today?
Good, how's it going?
So what's going on here today?
So today is Batman Day. National Batman Day. Batman celebrating 80 years with us. So we're doing a big event going on right now.
We had a lot of fun things happening here today. We did a podcast. We did trivia. Batman and Robin are both here today. Hey, Robin. Hey, Robin. Two Robins. Anyways, tell us a little bit about Black Cat Comics.
So we've been here for about 2 years now.
Oh, Batman just photolog.
Coming up on 2 years. October will be 2 years. Do comics, toys, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah? And you say that this is a collection like you and your dad?
Yeah, so my dad and I have been collecting forever, and this is all from our collection, so we're just sharing what we have with everybody.
This is pretty cool. I love the comic book shop here because it's not one of those overwhelming giant ones. It's kind of intimate, and you are able, I just asked him about I want to find some Galactus comics. He walked right over here, said, look right here. So it's like he knows everything that's in here. And you guys have like kind of like meetups and things that happen here, groups and things?
Yeah, we do podcasts out of the back. We do cosplay events. We do trivia. We do bingo. A little bit of everything.
Cool. Yeah. So this is Black Cat Comics. What's the address?
3005 West Magnolia.
And your hours?
11 to 7 every day.
All right. And you guys come on down. Get your comics at your local comic book store. Amazon's okay, but there's nothing that can supplant the local comic book store. Come on down, hang out with this guy. He knows what he's talking about. All right, talk to you soon. That was a lot of fun. That guy was super cool, and they're super accommodating. Like, we had a big table set in the back, and Katie, you were there as well, and,
Yep.
and Luke, you were there. Well, your alter ego was there.
Yeah, Yeah, don't tell
Oh,
people
no,
I was there. I was Robin.
Luke was not there. Oh,
Don't give up my secret identity.
And it was really cool. Now, here is Katie interviewing the big man himself.
Hey everyone, it's Katie here, aka the Con Girl. We're here at Black Cat Comics for Batman Day.
Batman Day.
Speaking of Batman Day, how old does Batman turn this year?
Well, a lady never talks about her age, but a crime fighter does. 80 years young. 80 years young is how old Batman is.
You don't look a day over 79.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah.
The Grecian formula I put in my hair. That's for sure. Yeah.
Also,
I love it.
I totally forgot my other question.
That went really well. That went really well.
Okay, anyway, so what is Batman's superpowers?
Well, he's got the power to keep me around for long enough to fight the crime.
That's right. You keep telling your boy Wonder that you'll get paid next month. You keep forloining that until next month. His intellect is what his superhero strength is, really. My brain, my smarts, my wits. I'm the world's greatest detective.
And incredible wealth.
How do you feel when people say nothing?
Wow. How do I feel when people say nothing? Well, I would say the mind is the most powerful muscle on any human. And the more you work it out, the more you flex it, the better you'll be at doing everything, including fighting crime.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for doing some trivia with us. Where can we find you guys?
Okay.
You can find me on Instagram, April Cowger or Urban Cowger.
And you can find me at RetroBatman66.
Awesome. Thank you so much, and have a good Batman Day, everyone.
That was our very own Katie, who is a brand newly minted After Buzz official host. So we are very excited about that. By the way, we kind of mentioned it last week, but she had to go through some extensive training and turn in some clips and do all kinds of stuff. And it was a pretty arduous ordeal. Anyways, we're so glad to have you officially join the team.
Thanks.
And we have one last clip of Batman Day. Hey, this is Jim with theconguy.com. Welcome to Black Cat Comics. We are here today with Batman and Robin celebrating
Batman Day.
What exactly is Batman Day?
Well, Batman Day is a
It used
day...
to be Batman and Robin Day, but he just kind of took over.
Yeah, you cut the fat out. It's just Batman Day. It's a day we're celebrating the birth of the Detective Comics' most notorious crime fighter. That would be Bruce Wayne, a.k.a. the Batman.
I've got a question, Robin. Do you ever feel kind of like put out because you're always in the shadow of this guy?
Well, he's 80 years old now, so I'll be in charge here soon. You know, he can't go on forever.
Oh, did you hear that?
It's really not a nice thing to say, considering how disposable and deceasable Robins are, because I don't know how many times you've died, but there could be another one.
Well, I've got a question. Who are some, besides the Joker, we know it's everybody's favorite villain, who's some of your more obscure villains that you really have enjoyed facing off against?
The Riddler.
That's real obscure.
Yeah. The Condiment, what is it, the Condiment King? Is that?
Condiment Man.
Condiment Man.
Have you ever heard of him?
If you thought that you could fight a hero with ketchup, mustard, and mayonnaise, well, you're right, evidently, in DC Comics. So Condiment Man was one of the more obscure ones. And the Clock King is always kind of bizarre to go up against.
Egghead.
There's a lot of bizarre, even henchmen. You know, back in my day, if you wanted to be a henchman, all you had needed was a black sweatshirt with the word henchman on it. So,
well, listen, thank you guys for hosting Batman Day today. We are here at Black Cat Comics in Burbank, California. If you guys get a chance, come on down. They're down here on Magnolia Boulevard. What's the address here?
3005 Magnolia Boulevard, I believe. That's right, in beautiful downtown Burbank.
All right, thank you. Make sure you pay attention to, I always say pay attention like I'm a school teacher. Check out theconguy.com every week. We will always have updates on all your great fandoms, and hopefully we'll be stopping by here at the Black Cat Comics quite often. We'll see you guys soon.
And watch the podcast.
And of course, watch the podcast. The podcast, the most important thing of the week.
They had a lot of good little like collectible type things, some toys, and also comics and stuff. So
Got my
it was
comic
a
books.
cool little store. So
Yeah.
and they had
He
a
did a good
discount.
impression. He did a really good impression.
I think that was Batman.
That was
Might have
Adam
been.
West.
That
Might
was
have been.
him.
I like that Robin's mask was kind of askew.
Yeah, just a little.
Yeah, I need to get a. I mean,
He also
that
had
guy needs to get a better mask, you know, and needs some sewing. I should have brought it because
He was a little
guy's
bit
cape
rushed. He was out. Robin was out jogging that morning and and probably changed in his car on the way over. But no, we've had.
I don't think I even zipped up the whole thing.
We have had Adam West retro Adam West on the show before, and he actually did cosplay comedy last year at LA Comic Con.
Yeah.
He was one of you guys. Him.
Yeah,
and
they filled the room.
They
It was-
packed that room.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a good
So,
panel.
so you never know. You never know. We might see him again. And so was Robin. She was there as well. So it was a lot of fun. I mean, Batman Day was a lot of fun. And to tell you the honest truth, I had never heard of it before this year. So I don't know which annual Batman Day it was, but it was cool because they had comics on sale. They had all kinds of stuff going on, and all around the country and all around the world it was happening. So that was very cool. All right. One question. Let's see if you guys can get it. Christian Bale, this is Batman trivia, in honor of Batman Day. Christian Bale agreed
I'm not
to
gonna answer
join
that.
the Christopher Nolan universe of Batman on the condition that what Batman character was not written into the script?
I'm gonna guess the Penguin.
Ooh, good guess. Anyone else? Anyone? Do you know do you know? Oh,
I know because I asked the question. about
do you
it.
know? Mm-mm. Robin!
Really?
Yeah. That's why it was a big deal that at the end of the third one, Joseph Gordon-Levitt never called him Robin, but he sort of until right as he was leaving. So I guess
Yeah.
Christian Bale's out, so Robin's in. So I thought that was kind of cool. I'll ask you.
Interesting piece of trivia.
Yeah.
So we are going to move on to LA Comic Con because we have a lot to talk about with LA Comic Con. Thank you guys for joining the show with us today.
Thank you so much for having us. Yeah, we're excited.
So we have a number of questions to ask, but first and foremost, let's talk about the dates. The dates are
October 11th through 13th at the LA Convention Center.
Awesome. Can we talk logistics just a little bit? Because a lot of times people, they have some questions about, like, just right off the top of the bat, where do we go? Where do we park? How do we get there? How do we get tickets?
So tickets are available on our website, which is www.comicconla.com. There are parking lots in and around the convention center, but as you know, parking can get tricky. Things get full. Metro is always a great option. There's a Metro stop right across the street from the convention center, and it's economic. And eco-friendly.
It's super easy. It is super. I used to live there in downtown LA, and the metro is super easy.
Hours are going to be Friday from 1 to 8 p.m., Saturday from 9:30 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Sunday from 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. And for our VIP ticket holders, there is a 30-minute early access window to the show floor, which means if you want exclusives, that's your time to get them.
Nice. We wrote some questions that we are really curious about.
But so are all days tickets still available?
All days tickets are still
good
available in either 1-day tickets or 3-day tickets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there like a price difference if you get all three? Is it cheaper?
Yeah, actually, if you get all three, it's cheaper than the price of Saturday and Sunday together. So you might as well get all three and come all 3 days. And we have some guests that are only appearing on specific days. So
Right.
if you want to meet everyone, like it's a whole weekend experience.
And for all your viewers, we actually have a very special coupon code.
Yeah?
So if you go on our website and buy your tickets, it's CONGUY19. That'll save you 10% on your tickets.
We hope everybody will go. Con Guy 19, buy your tickets and show them some love. Yeah, show some love.
Come out.
All right, Kate, you have
One
a
question before I ask another question. Can people pick up, like, it's tickets all on your phone, right? Like, you don't have to pick up badges there separately, right?
You do pick up badges
Okay, I
there.
couldn't
So yeah,
remember.
once you purchase it, you'll get a little QR code barcode, and you can either print it out or keep it on your phone, and then you walk up and scan it, and then they hand you your badge once you're at the convention.
Cool.
And then once you scanned it, you don't have to like, go back in line. You can just come back the next day.
Yeah. Can you get it? Is it only that day that you can start getting them, or do you guys have one that they can get it on Thursday or something?
Yeah,
like
you
that?
can get it starting on Thursday.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah, Thursday afternoon. I don't think we have the exact time announced
Yeah,
yet,
of
but in
course.
Thursday afternoon, you can come and get them.
All right, because I know that line can get a little long.
Yeah.
It can.
Yeah. Awesome.
And there's going to be a lot of people this year. So
Oh, yeah.
We're hoping.
and I don't know if I fully introduced you. Amanda, you are, what's your position, your role with the convention?
I'm the manager of operations, so I handle all things logistic. Anything that happens on the floor in some way kind of falls under my jurisdiction.
Nice. And Sheldon?
Yeah, I'm a production coordinator, so I do everything panel related, all of our programming, our social media, a lot of our like digital strategies. That's I'm kind of handle that side of things.
Nice. Well, right up front, what's new this year? What's new that we can expect at LA Comic Con?
So as you mentioned before, we have grown. There's so many new things going on this year. We've actually got over 800 vendors on our show floor this
Dang,
year.
that's awesome.
Twice the anime content, twice the horror content. Hot Topic will be back with us.
I always loved the way you guys have that big horror content there.
Yeah, we're super excited about it. We've got Webtoons coming in, bringing great anime content. Legion M will be back. Studio 71 is bringing some really awesome digital talent, like Rhett and Link from Good Mythical Morning. The Air Force is bringing us a brand new 4D flight simulator, which is going to be really cool.
The actual Air Force, U.S. Air Force.
Well, we had them last year with the F-16 fighter jet on the floor.
That's right, yeah.
We've got awesome new talent like Kevin Smith. We've got the cast of X-Men the Animated Series, the voices of SpongeBob and Patrick Star. We've got an Office cast reunion. We've got...
Oh yeah, there's all of our guests.
Scrolling through
It's
them.
more guests
Pay
than
no
we've ever
attention
had.
to the man behind the curtain.
You have Drake Bell.
We do have Drake Bell.
I love Drake Bell. Oh my gosh.
We've also got over 100 show floor exclusives, so there'll be tons of great shopping.
Oh, seriously? Wow, that's
Yeah.
huge.
Any Jaws stuff? I'm always hunting for that stuff.
There's a lot of Funkos right
A
now.
lot of Funkos.
A lot of Funkos have been announced, and some cool, like a Carnage one, as well as a different Venom one.
And they're on our
Harley
website.
Quinn.
Okay.
Oh, I saw some of
exclusive.
the some of the exclusives. There's a DC superheroes Harley Quinn as Harley Quinn as Robin.
Yeah, there
Which
it is right there.
This is so cool. So look at some of these exclusives here.
That Carnage is amazing.
Yeah, the Carnage one is awesome. There's the Funko Pop My Hero Academia Todoroki. I'm so bad at these things. There's the Fig Pin My Hero Academia. I'm worse. Go to the website. They have so many.
Yeah, go on our website and
So
check
much.
everything out.
A lot of cool
Todoroki.
Dragon Ball Z stuff.
The glow in the dark Venom Pop, which is very cool.
Yeah.
What else?
And we're adding more. We're bringing in the Peterson Automotive Museum, so they're going to be bringing us some cool new cars.
Nice.
We're even going to have some themed and specialized tattoo artists doing some stuff on the
nice.
floor. So there's tons of new stuff to check out this year.
Some tattoo artists, so you can get a tattoo on the floor.
Yes, you
on the
can.
show floor.
Yes, you can.
And the
can definitely-
Peterson Museum is home to a couple of the Batmobiles.
They are.
probably, right? And the original DeLorean as well.
We are
so-
not yet sure what they're bringing us, but
We
I know that it
know
will be some cool stuff.
One of the cars they're bringing is the actual car that Tony Stark drives at the end of the first Avengers.
Oh, nice.
That nice Acura
Whoa.
that he drives up in. You will get to see that car
Ryan's
on our show
freaking
floor.
out.
I wish we had just Ryan's expression.
I'm freaking
Mind
out. This is
blown.
amazing. This is so
Mind
cool.
blown.
Wow.
He's already bought a 3-day pass now using our code by seeing and hearing about all this.
Yeah. And then any other like really, really special guests that people can like get that they might be excited to see?
Drake
Breaking
Bell.
news right now.
Drake Bell.
Drake
Bell, yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, one of our big things about our show is that we're all things pop culture. We have a very broad net. So we have people from like Ron Perlman, like Hellboy, and Doug Jones is coming
There's
with
like a
it.
Hellboy reunion.
Like,
There
yeah,
is,
we
yeah.
got a Hellboy reunion, and then Ron Perlman's also we're doing a Sons of Anarchy reunion. Ryan Hurst is joining him
That's
up there
huge.
for that. We also have Felicia
Ryan's
Day.
face.
We have Gerard Way from My Chemical Romance, who created Umbrella Academy.
Which is super cool.
So
I
excited.
loved it. Umbrella Academy was an incredible show.
It came out of nowhere.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people were surprised, but everyone's loving it right now.
Mm-hmm.
We also have Tom Kenny and Bill Fagerbakke, the voices of SpongeBob, like Amanda mentioned.
I got to stop you for a second. We were somewhere and we saw him do a concert, the voice of SpongeBob. It was great.
Yeah, I think it was after WonderCon. They did like a post-party thing, and he was...
No, it was out in the desert somewhere.
He is.
Oh, no, yeah, it was the Palm Springs
Palm
one.
Springs.
That's
It was so
what
cool.
He is very heavily requested.
Yeah, he was so great.
More than anyone else, our fans are like, we want to see SpongeBob.
He drew such a
Yeah.
crowd. I'm so excited that he's there.
Yeah, we're excited. We think they're going to make a big splash. We also have Elijah Wood coming, and then Jim Starlin, the creator of Thanos.
That's
super cool.
amazing.
On the
Yeah.
show floor. We're also excited to have Scotty Young back. We have John Romita Jr. We have Barry Bostwick from Rocky Horror Picture Show, which is pretty incredible. We have
Yeah.
Juliana Harkavy on Arrow, which we mentioned. Will Friedle and Chrissy Carlson Romano from Kim Possible. Kel Mitchell from Keenan and Kel and all that. And then we have Lou Ferrigno, like the original Hulk.
By the way, I'm a fan. I'm a guy who's old enough to have remembered Lou Ferrigno every week. Him and Bill Bixby doing the original Hulk.
We
Great.
also just recently announced Gabriel Iglesias, so Fluffy will be on our main
saw
stage.
that. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, wow, okay, cool.
That's cool.
And we still have some more to announce. Like, it's crazy that the show is coming up so soon, and we still have names to drop on everybody.
I mean, we
So,
still have a couple of weeks.
There's
You-
more
you know,
names?
Oh, yeah. If we can fit
Did
them
you
on the
get
website.
Josh? No.
Have to find out.
What,
Yeah.
so, the thing that and Derek, who could not be here tonight, one of his favorite things about your show is the way you do this main stage. Are you guys doing that again?
Yeah, it's right on the
Absolutely.
show floor. So once you walk in, the first thing you see directly in front of you is this big main stage. And we like to give people a chance. Like, of course, we have a ton of panels happening all throughout the weekend long. You can see things all day Saturday, all day Sunday, but every 30 minutes we're bringing you something new and something huge right on the main stage. You don't have to leave the floor. You can just walk on
I
over.
love that.
Yeah, it's so cool.
And it's going to be really exciting because we have things like...
Last year you had the cast for the team behind Mandy, the Nicolas Cage movie. That was such a cool thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's exciting.
So what
That's
do you have
Legion
this year?
M is bringing stuff like that. Well, like she mentioned, Rhett and Link of Good Mythical Morning are coming, which is crazy. We're bringing a lot of more digital talent, and we have King Vader back, who did Hood Naruto. He did these massive videos and was electrifying last year with this big dance
Big
on
crowd.
stage. Gabriel Iglesias is joining us. We have so many reunions this year, from Hellboy to The Office.
We didn't mention The Office.
Yeah, we have the cast
Oh
of The
my
Office.
gosh, dude, The Office.
It's going to be incredible. We also have X-Men the Animated Series doing a reunion
excited
of the
about that.
90s.
It's just too much, Ryan.
He's crying. We need a reaction video.
I'm doing it right now.
And we have so many voice acting talent too, like Steven Universe voice actors, people from My Hero Academia, Overwatch. I think like if there is somebody that is in a pop culture realm that you love, odds are they're coming to our show. We also have the Jim Henson Company. Like,
I was reading about this. This really got me
We're
excited.
so excited. We're
like,
so excited.
Dark Crystal Age of Resistance just came out. I think everyone's really loving it, and they're coming kind of showing us all about that show. And then on Sunday, they're having a special Dark Crystal cosplay contest. So people are coming out in their costumes, going to be judged by the Henson Company themselves.
Wow.
Which is super exciting.
And what the cool prize though?
Oh yeah, the prize of that, if you win the Dark Crystal cosplay contest, you get a tour of Henson Studios.
That's
it's
so
actually
cool.
Henson's Creature Workshop
Yeah.
in
Which
Burbank.
is
yeah.
so great.
Burbank, which I think is the dream of a lot of these people growing up watching the Dark Crystal, and now this new series, Puppets Everywhere, to be able to walk through and see them all and live in that world. It's a dream come true.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to throw me on a Skirky.
That's-
What's a
Skeksis.
Skeksis suit?
I don't know if you've watched the show yet, but I binged it and it is amazing.
Oh, the new one on Netflix.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's
Amazing.
phenomenal. And that's not even all. Like, one of the things I'm most excited about, because I'm a weird Jeopardy nerd, Ken Jennings of Jeopardy is coming to debut a new card game. Or it's a new, like, trivia game of sorts. And he has built it with some people from Magic the Gathering, this new game. And they're debuting it on our show, and they want to do trivia against people in our show. So if you think you're
Nice.
smarter than Ken Jennings, prove it.
Well, for people who are dumb like me, can you tell me who Ken Jennings is?
He is one of the winningest Jeopardy players
That's what I thought.
of all
That's what I
time.
thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, he...
Just recently, right?
Yeah, and
no,
no,
a
no,
few
he
years
isn't
back.
the most
Yeah.
recent,
Okay.
yeah, about 5 or 6
I
years
remember
ago.
him. I remember him.
But
Yes.
yeah, he won for a long period of time, and
Yeah.
now he's challenging people.
Can you bring the real Sean Connery though?
So,
But can I-
shoot short for 100.
and Katie, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
but
no, it's fine.
can I just throw in Alex Trebek? He is back on Jeopardy. God bless Alex Trebek.
Yeah.
So he's been fighting stage 4 cancer. So glad that he was back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Katie?
I was just gonna say on the Jim Henson like cosplay contest thing, I think that's really cool that there's a prize available to like kind of reward people's hard work, because you know that's a very like a side of cosplaying that people don't often get appreciated. Like, oh, you might have put 300 hours into your costume.
Months
It's
and months.
it's funny you mention that, because it's actually one of the things that we're focusing on, not focusing on, but we are featuring in our cosplay section this year. It's not just cosplayers, but some of these really amazing prop makers who do these massive 3D printed builds that people don't really get to see, because the focus is kind of always on the cosplayer, which is awesome. But we have a couple of really cool people coming in that have done some really, really unbelievable builds that'll be in our cosplay section.
Also, you talked about video, like voice talent, and I know one of the people that's going to be there. He's one of my lovely coworkers, so I was really excited because I saw him show up. My friend Josh Petersdorf.
Yeah, Roadhog.
Yeah,
From
so
Overwatch.
I actually saw him last year when I went. I was in cosplay, got to see him, so that was one. I saw it show
really
up
cool.
on the feed, and I'm like, oh, that's funny. Like shared it, So yeah,
He's like, yeah, I'll be there.
yeah.
Would this be a good time to also... So you actually have 2 different kind of cosplay contests happening, right?
We actually have 3.
Oh, you have 3.
It's a big year for
Do
cosplay.
tell.
Yeah. So our annual national cosplay championship is back. It's being sponsored by Disney's Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, which is in theaters October 18th.
That's cool.
So that's really cool. There's even going to be a special category dedicated to Maleficent within that cosplay contest.
Oh, nice.
Specifically Maleficent cosplayers.
Oh, so we're going to see a lot of Maleficents.
We
A
are,
lot
yeah.
of big horns, and we're hoping for a lot of spooky evil.
As we mentioned, the Jim Henson Creature Workshop Cosplay Challenge, which is centered around the world of Thra, which is also being hosted by the very lovely Gigi Edgley, who comes from Farscape.
Nice.
So it's staying in the family. And then we actually always have our kids cosplay contest, which we'll be bringing back. So
Wow, that's a lot of cosplay.
it's a lot of
It's a
cosplay.
lot of cosplay this year.
We love our cosplayers. We tend to be a pretty cosplay heavy show. So there's, things happening in every corner of the building, and you can find a cosplayer for every fandom and geekdom and whatever somewhere in that building during LA Comic-Con.
Nice.
I've even cosplayed and saw a few others cosplaying Tommy Wiseau. I don't know if himself will be there this year.
He will be there this year, and
Yeah.
we're
Oh, he
doing
is?
a
Awesome.
screening of the room where he's going to do a Q&A after.
No way!
Yeah.
Yes!
Ryan, I think Ryan's mind blown again.
Yeah, I actually
Mine.
I met him. I did the whole thing. I went to the one of the famous room tours. Got a script signed.
He is an interesting man.
Yeah.
You as well. Luke's a giant fan of Tommy.
He tossed me a football and said, "For you." And I was just like, okay. And so now that's on my desk.
Of course.
Awesome.
Yeah.
He actually
He pretended to choke me.
He tweeted something out today. In fact, it was that picture that James Gunn put out with the Suicide Squad cast, but it was
Yeah.
just Tommy Wiseau everywhere.
That's brilliant.
He's campaigning. He wants to be one of those superheroes. That's
Could you
awesome.
imagine Tommy Wiseau cast in the next Avengers movie?
That would be so...
Weird.
I still want
Great.
him and Greg to do that Batman movie, Batman and Joker, their own version.
Did you
and
see the
just
Tommy
film it
Wiseau
for
video?
like 100,000.
Joker?
I kind of loved
Yeah.
it. Like,
Yeah.
it looks unhinged.
He frightens me
Yeah.
just a little.
Just a little
Just a little
bit.
bit.
So I think we were talking it's panels and stuff. And Katie, you had a
Correct.
question?
Well,
Wait, hold on real quick.
Yeah.
He said, "Woo's so serious." Okay.
Oh my goodness.
yeah. So, what are some of the smaller panels and events that you think should not get overlooked? That you guys have some cool stuff for people to go see.
Because you're talking about a lot of big stuff, but sometimes some of the coolest stuff is a little bit smaller.
It's true. We've got a lot of cool stuff happening upstairs all weekend long, from the second it starts at 10 a.m. Saturday until even after the show floor is closed. Some panels keep going a little longer. And we're showing screenings of The Room. We're showing screenings of a lot of cool new anime films. We've got upstairs a lot of comedy happening.
A lot of comedy.
Oh, yeah?
Like, UCB Theater is bringing back Tournament of the Nerds, which they do. It's kind of a cult classic here in town, and they're bringing it live to the show. And then we've got straight from a Netflix series and kind of LA original, Eddie Firth is bringing historical roast and fictional roast. And so they're doing the historical roast of Ted Bundy. And
I saw that. I was like, well, that sounds
Phenomenal.
bizarre, but
If you guys haven't watched the show on Netflix, please do. It's
Oh, yeah.
it's
Great.
funny.
Fantastic.
Eddie is fantastic, and he really puts heart into
this one,
So.
I must have missed this completely. I don't know anything about this.
It
So it's
premiered
not-
in April,
Yeah.
but it's fantastic.
But he's been doing they've been doing shows before the Netflix show came out, just live shows, and then they got the Netflix show.
They've been doing it for years
Yes,
here in LA.
correct,
It's really grown this audience, and
Wow.
they, just like everyone roasts people in the normal Comedy Central roast,
Yes.
they roast a specific character, and so they're going to have a lot of other famous killers roasting Ted Bundy.
Yes, correct.
And then in the fictional roast, they're having the whole Avengers cast roast Thanos.
Which is brilliant.
Oh,
and
that's
take
great.
him down.
Are they? I mean, I don't know if you guys can mention like who's going to be in that panel, or
I
is
don't
there
know
any
if,
big
we don't-
people in it?
we don't know yet.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think he's still kind
He
of
might-
holding back the cast
possibly.
on us. Yeah, I think
'Cause,
he's
I
got
mean-
some exciting names. I've been chatting with him a little, but I
Yeah.
think he's holding back
He's
for
gonna
now.
hold back probably, but like on
That
the Netflix
Eddie.
show, it's Jeff Ross as the
Yeah.
host. So
Oh,
Right.
of course.
Yeah, and I think we've got so many other legendary comedians coming in doing performances, but also we've got the creator of D&D, Gary Gygax. His son is coming and doing a whole panel about growing up as Gary Gygax's son, and then he's going to host a speed run of Tomb of Horrors with some of our guests, and we're really excited to see Dungeons and Dragons by the creator's son. That's
that's
pretty
going to be
so
interesting for
great.
sure.
And there's also going to be a lightsaber competition. We have Saber Legion, who's kind of a longtime friend of our show, and they are coming in and they have an official lightsaber competition that all day Sunday they're going to be battling up in one of the
Oh,
panels.
so actually battling each other.
Like
Fighting.
actually fighting, and then at the end of Sunday they're going to decide, all right, this is the final battle, and we're taking that down to the main stage, and so everyone can watch the two best sword fighters in all of LA Comic Con.
Do you bring your own lightsaber, or are they there? Or do you
I
know?
think reach out to the Saber Legion. They have all
Okay.
their rules and stuff set up, and I think there's a prize. They're figuring it out, but it sounds pretty exciting.
Wow,
and
that's
crazy.
so cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
There's-
They get
I
to
think-
be on one of the new Star Wars shows.
Ben and Bree would
Probably
really
so.
like
This
that.
video.
Oh yeah, Ben, who you know.
I do know Ben
Cleveland.
very well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
If they got. Were you at their wedding last
Yes, I
year?
was.
Their
Lightsaber battle in the middle
Yep.
of the wedding.
Yes.
It was
The
amazing.
very first dance was the lightsaber battle. That
I think
was
I
the
showed you
best
that.
thing ever.
Yeah, that was an amazing wedding. We love you, Ben.
All right, and as you know, Ben's getting ready to head out to Wasteland. So
I do, yeah.
Oh, that's exciting.
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh no, yeah. I mean, I think we've got panels dedicated to everything all
Everything.
weekend long, from cosplay, like we mentioned, to writing, different sorts of film creation.
Oh, yeah?
We've got a panel of all up and coming female directors in LA. We've got kind of these acting boot camps that are happening. We've got stuff on comics and horror. One room all day long is just going to be podcasts. Like, so from start to finish, a lot of like local LA podcasts and some that are coming in from New York and from other cities. Like,
Oh, nice.
it's we haven't announced any of those yet. They'll be announced soon. But there's some exciting stuff happening. Whatever you're into, like we're having how-tos on it. We're bringing in a lot of reunions. A lot of your favorite people are gonna be here, 10 feet away from you, talking for an hour upstairs.
I think there's something like 200 panels.
Yeah, close to it.
Close to it.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's-
Along
And-
with everything going on the main stage, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and one of the reunions will be doing a Power Ranger panel. We don't know details yet and exactly
heard about
who
that.
the whole list
Yeah.
will be, but we'll be soon to
Ryan's
announce
face right
those.
now.
But yes,
Can you, no,
Choose
without
it
giving too many
quickly.
details, because those are still being worked out, can you just, who's doing our Power Rangers panel?
yeah. Well, we did a similar one for WonderCon. Who the people are?
Con Guy!
The con
It's
guy.
us.
We are. Yes, of course, we are.
Yes, it's going to be
We're
hosted by
hosting-
our very
yes.
own Ben.
By our very own Ben will be hosting.
Yes.
And we'll have probably 6+ Power Rangers all come in, and we're hoping to possibly do some signings. We'll see. We gotta see if there's space, but we'll have details on that very soon.
And Luke is producing that panel. Great
Yeah.
job in pulling that all together. And Brad is helping us with it as well. The Power Rangers have a big fandom, and we just love when the Power Rangers show.
They do, yeah.
It's really great. So congratulations. Good job on that.
Exciting.
The one thing I'm kind of super curious about, like, you have this big horror contingent, like, there. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we are growing our horror wing. Crypt TV is coming in. They're bringing
Nice.
some really cool photo op experiences, and some of their creatures are going to be walking around. Titans of Terror is our new cosplay, sponsored cosplay guest for our horror wing. And they're a really amazing cosplay group that does some movie monsters.
The Freddy and Jason that you see.
Yep.
With some, yeah.
That's awesome.
We will have a photo op straight out of The Shining.
Oh, yes.
Which is going to be pretty cool.
Nice.
Elvira's official jewelry merchandise line, which is Objects of Desire from Sweet Romance, will be there. We're going to have Shudder there. But like I said, we've also expanded our anime content.
Oh, yeah?
So double the amount of anime too. There's going to be a lot of amazing anime stuff on the floor. So make sure to check those sections of the floor out when you're there.
And to kind of underline, Crypt TV is bringing some monsters and stuff, and they've been working on a new show that's debuting on Facebook, and I believe they're screening the first couple episodes. So they'll
That's
kind of
cool.
be there, and you can see the monster and meet him, and then go check it out before anybody else.
And if you don't know, Crypt TV is something. It's a project that Eli Roth is heavily involved with as well. And there's some really good content on
Yeah.
there. We were seeing some of it. We were at Halloween Horror Nights last night, and they were previewing some of the Crypt TV stuff. It's exciting stuff.
They make some really interesting looking monsters. They're very spooky.
Oh my gosh, it's
Oh,
crazy.
and then other spooky news. I can't believe we didn't mention it. We're having a Zombieland 2 panel.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah, so we know that we're having the 2 writers who have written the upcoming Wonder Woman and then both Deadpools, and there's a very special surprise to be announced later with that. But that's going to be a
That's
legendary
a surprise right
panel.
there. That's
Look at
cool.
Ryan's freaking
You
out
don't want to
again.
miss it. It's going to be very good.
I'm
on,
really
hold
sad
on.
I can't be there.
You're the writer of the next Wonder Woman movie
Yeah.
there?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, one of them is the writer of the next Wonder Woman, and the other guy who is directing it wrote the past 2 Deadpools.
That's awesome.
So I think they are tapped
Nice.
into our community. Zombieland 2 is going to be incredible.
We've always got surprises up our sleeve.
Yeah.
No, that's a big surprise right there.
Yeah, I think
That's
so.
very cool.
Also, where and when around should people expect you guys to release the programming info?
So that'll be very likely later this week or early next week. You'll be able to find all of that on our website, and we'll be posting loud and often about it. And then you can also download our show app, which is Fanguru, and that you can look all weekend long. You can kind of look at all of our programming before you get there and plan out your show. And you can go right on there and schedule all right, these are what I'm going to do in this order, so you don't miss out on anything.
That's a really great way to get around the con, is kind of know your goal. If there's panels that you want to go to or main stage things that you want to see, knowing what time everything is. And it's a big show floor. So there's a lot of walking. Wear comfortable shoes.
Oh my gosh! And you guys also, and we are kind of coming towards the end of the show here. You guys also, you have a cool after party as well, right?
Yeah, our official LA Comic-Con after party is back. Ready Party 1 will be hitting the Globe Theater on Saturday night. Tickets are available on our website.
Nice. So, is there anything else? Is there anything that we've missed? Anything that we've missed that you would like for us to know, or tips for the con, or things that you would like for us to know? I'm going through my notes here to see if I have missed anything I wanted
Is
to
Drake
ask you.
Bell performing at Ready Party 1?
Honestly, there's so much going on this year. I think it would take another hour or so to get through.
Yeah.
All of the guests and all of the panels and all of the vendors. There's so much shopping. Bring money. There'll be ATMs on the floor.
Okay.
We'll have food trucks in the back so you don't starve. Drink a lot of water. But know your programming. If you want to do celebrity photo ops, we recommend the pre-purchases on our website because lines can get long. And so there's a whole bunch of pre-purchase options for both photos and autographs available on the website. There's just so much to do. I mean, I think we're so
Overwhelmed
overwhelmed
almost.
with all of the
Yeah.
cool new things. But we're really, really excited, and we hope everybody loves the show this year.
Can I tell you something? On behalf of all of us, meaning the giant fan community, thank you guys for bringing such an awesome show to Los Angeles. This is such a blessing to have this right here in our backyard.
Yeah, and
This is-
that's kind of the idea behind it. Is that we want it to be a show by the people of Los Angeles for the people
Yeah.
of Los Angeles. Nothing against the other big cons. Some of them tend to be very studio driven, and ours is driven by the community.
I think the other really important thing is our whole team is nerds. I mean, really, we have our little horror guru in the office. We all kind of have our own little fandom. Sheldon's really into gaming. I'm really into movies and Harry Potter. So we're bringing a nerd show for the nerds by the nerds, and that's I think what kind of keeps us going, what makes us awesome.
I think that's, and I think it shows at the convention. It's grown so much. It's becoming very, very popular. It's such a big popular show now. You guys, congratulations! It's such a great show.
Thank you.
It is a good show.
I have one question just for anybody listening. Are there going to be any kind of off-sites, or is that something that you guys may work to eventually? Because I know people do that with Comic-Con, some of the other things. I didn't know if there's anything on the outside that you guys are doing that people could come participate.
The after party definitely is an offsite. I said, it's at the Globe Theater, which is just down the street from the convention center.
A lot of time that stuff isn't really planned by the actual convention staff.
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean,
And so there may be a couple of things
Yeah, yeah.
happening that are not us official, but they're adjacent. Yeah.
Right.
Like there's always cosplay meetups that we're not.
You do have some cosplay meetups going on?
We don't have anything official.
Yeah.
A lot of those groups kind of do things internally.
Yeah.
You can check their Facebooks, but they're always around.
And Katie's going to help us keep on top of that because she's really good with all the cosplay meetups and everything that are happening as well.
I try.
She tries.
Yeah.
What are you cosplaying as this year, Katie?
I actually can't go this year. I know.
what would
My
you
sister
cosplay as if you could
has her bachelorette.
Her
weekend.
sister's getting
You should
married.
tell your sister
I
to
was
move her
supposed
bachelorette
to.
party.
I was supposed to be a part of like a 24. It was originally 24 girls doing. This one artist drew all the Disney princesses in Sailor Moon as Sailor Moon.
Oh,
So
cool.
I was
That's
supposed to
legit.
do that, and I was supposed to do Leia as Sailor Moon, but I can't go.
For about 6 months now, Katie has just been
Yeah.
lamenting the fact that she cannot come
I'm
to LA.
really bummed now. Like
She
seeing
wanted
all
us to
this.
ask you, could you move it to the next weekend?
Could I ask you a quick question? So I can't help but notice the Breaking Bad movie El Camino comes out the same day your Comic-Con starts. Is there any chance there's anything related to the Breaking Bad universe
That is the weirdest question.
happening?
It's not. There's Better Call Saul panels at Comic-Con.
We haven't announced anything. I mean, we're still announcing a lot of very exciting things. I don't know.
That's not a no, Ryan. It's
not a no.
That
But
wasn't a no.
I have here's our closing question. What is up with that shirt?
So this is my favorite shirt. This is my banana shirt, or it's known by a different name in the office because I went to Anime Expo earlier this year with my good friend Chris, and we're down there. We're coming back, riding the metro to North Hollywood. And there's a man behind me just talking to himself a lot, and I'm just not bothering with it. And then finally Chris points at me and goes, "He's talking to you." I'm like, "Okay." And so I just turn around, and he goes, "Hey man, that's a fuck you banana shirt." And then he walks off the subway. I have no idea what that means. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know, but that's what
That's
this
the
shirt is
shirt
now.
This is the shirt
And that's
you're
the
wearing.
best
shirt.
F-bomb we could have.
That's
or
the
one
best
F-bomb we could have. For
Thank
a
you,
show.
everybody, for tuning in this week. Before we leave, though, remind us again, where can people get tickets?
www.comicconla.com.
And use the promotional code CONGUY19 for 10% off. My name is Jim. I'm the managing editor here. You can find me at ConGuyJim. You can also find me at Jim Fry LA on Twitter and all my social media stuff. Where can we find you guys?
Hi, I'm Katie Christine. You can find me on social media on Twitter and Instagram at Katie_Christine. Also on the Con Guy and Skater Guy Twitters. And if you guys know of any cons we forgot, please mention them. I will try to retweet them.
And, you guys, I'm so sorry.
Amanda Yolen. I'm on Instagram at Roland Yolen, and you can find all of our social for LA Comic Con at Comic Con LA.
I'm Sheldon Price. You can find me on social media at Sheldum, SHELDUMB. And my wife and I do a podcast called The Anglo Files, where Americans talk about British pop culture.
Nice.
Crazy.
And I'm Cheeseman on the Couch. You can find me on Twitter at Cheese on Couch and on theconguy.com. And if you're wondering what the little yellow thing is in my frame, it's Jim wiggling our The Con Guy pen, which if you find us, maybe Jim will have some theconguy.com pens during LA Comic Con.
You can guarantee that. By the way, as we
Yeah.
close out this special edition, did you know that Ben Affleck played both Batman and Superman in different movies? Woo, go figure that one out. All right, guys, go. We'll see you down at LA Comic Con. See you later.
Bye, guys.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network.
The views expressed here are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.